Happy Monday. Frank Rock, House of Orange Sports Channel coming at you. The Vols add another commitment from the portal today. This one is one that it's kind of been speculated and expected for a little bit. It's finally official today. Igor Milicic Jr. transferred from Charlotte. He began his career at Virginia, went to Charlotte. He is in the fold now. This is a good commitment. This is a good pickup for Tennessee and what he brings to the table. He's 6'10". He's going to play the 4 is kind of what I'm expecting, kind of what I'm reading about on it. But the thing with him is he can shoot. He is a very good shooter. He was last year, he went from 33.6% on threes 2 years ago, 37.6 this year. And he was Charlotte's top free throw shooter, over 81% from the free throw line. And he was a guy, he averaged, it was around 18 points per game. Last year, I think it was around 6-7 rebounds per game, if I'm not mistaken. I've got to get back, pull that back up here a minute. He did shoot 48.7% from the floor. His three-point percentage ranked 10th in the AAC conference last year as well. And it said that, so he averaged, I was off on points by quite a bit. He averaged 12.8 points, 8.5 rebounds, 1.7 assists, 1.1 blocks, 0.7 steals per game. He was Charlotte's second leading scorer, their top rebounder. It said he ranked 23rd nationally in defensive rebounding at 7 per game. For Charlotte, he logged 10 double-doubles, which was a team high. He scored in double figures 20 times. 3 times he had 20-point performances, and he pulled down double-digit rebounds 12 times. And it says his career high was in the AAC quarterfinals against Temple, where he pulled down 16 rebounds. And he did lead Charlotte in rebounding 22 games last year and led them in scoring seven different times. So this dude is he brings a lot to the table, the way I'm looking at, with his size, with his touch, a guy who can move. He is athletic. One of the things it said is he'll probably have to work on defense, but it said he should fit in good to what Rick Barnes wants to do with his defense. So you add Darling Stone Dubar, you add Felix Akpara, you now add Igor Milicic. I think you've added 3 starters right here. Now, I guess it remains to be seen. Does JP Estrella start over Akpara? I don't think so, but I could be wrong on that. But I think both guys will play different roles too. From what I understand of Estrella, he can step out and hit the jumper. Akpara is going to be a high percentage guy. All his work's going to be around the rim. So it's going to be a team that's going to have shooting. And then, where does this team go as well in it? I've talked about videos, and I'll link these in the comments at the end. Some of them I'll talk about, and I'll link them at the end and where you can, if you want to go to those videos also. But it looks like Tennessee wants to go after Chaz Lanier in the portal, Northern Florida. He's from Nashville. He has to clear for the NBA draft, so I don't know how soon it'll be on when NBA workouts are, when he'll get his feedback, when he'll decide to go to college. But sounds like Tennessee will have a good chance at him. Not saying they're the only one. He does have a do not contact, so he'll be in control of making the contact in his recruitment. So are there any other schools that he may visit in addition to Tennessee? But if you're Tennessee, if Lanier does not go to the NBA, if you're able to get him in, that would leave. Right now, you have 3 spots remaining. So I'm curious to see how many are. Of course, Kay Tyson committed to North Carolina. And I'll talk more about this as a live show tonight at 7:30. Just some of the stuff I'm reading. It's kind of interesting. And maybe where Tennessee went. I swear from what I read, it says that Tennessee kind of backed off. I don't know how much truth there is to it. All right. I'm not sitting here saying it is sour grapes or none of that. I'm going off what I've read on it. And which it's pretty interesting to me, but I think there was possibly an effect, and maybe Tennessee didn't want to go that route. And that's speculation based on Marie. So I'm not going to sit here and say it's fact. I'll talk more about it tonight. Live show 7:30, so a little bit over an hour from now. I hope you'll join me for that as well. But Milicic is in the fold. Also news with Tennessee Day, Tobe Awaka officially committed to Arizona. So all this stuff about him wanting to be closer to home was not true. And I'll have some thoughts on that tonight with he and Jonas Adu. There's a little bit kind of not too happy with that whole thing, but you know what? Also, it may work out. It may just work out for Tennessee. So we'll explore and we'll talk about that later tonight. But Milicic is in the fold. Dubar in the fold. Akpara in the fold. This has been a good transfer cycle for Rick Barnes so far. I'm curious to see, where they go. If they get Lanier, that'll be phenomenal for this transfer cycle. And do they try to add one or two more? I guess the right guy pops up, possibly so, but I have seen where they may not try to fill all 13 of them. And makes me wonder going forward, you got Bowen or you got Brown out of Alabama for next year. How many guys do they try to get next year out of the high school? It'd be interesting. And with Milicic, he does, I read, have 2 years to play one. So if he's healthy, he's essentially he'll play this year and be done. Same with Dubar. I think Akpara does have a couple years left. Of course, you got to factor in they're going to lose Ziegler. I'm pretty sure they're going to lose Gainey, Meshack. They're going to lose a lot of this team after this season. And then if they are to get Lanier, I'm pretty sure he would be one and done as well. So Tennessee's going to have a lot to replace after this year. But I like the look of this team. I like what they put together, and I'm interested to see how it finishes off here as well. We'll have, tonight we're going to go live at 7:30. Again, the reason for it, hit 1,000 subs yesterday. This thing's up to 1,030 now. It just keeps going. Thank you guys so much for the support. Just some had asked before about going live, so I feel tonight would be a good night for that as well. We'll talk basketball. We'll talk men's basketball, Lady Vols. We'll talk baseball. We'll talk football. There's been a little bit of news and about all up today, and we'll see if I can dig up a little bit of Lady Vols news that I can pass along tonight as well. But I hope you'll join me on there. And to get the notifications, I don't see unless – now, I'm still kind of a novice with this because there's some things I could probably do, like linking videos. I've not figured a lot of that out. So this channel's doing really well for a novice YouTuber like me. If I really figure this thing out, watch out. It'll be on. But, from what I'm seeing, notifications, you have to set the notification yourself. I can't just automatically set it to notify you. And I may be wrong on that. Like I said, coming from novice. But I'm going to wrap up on that one. I hope to see you in a little over an hour in here. I hope you'll join in. We'll go, we'll see what the feedback is. We'll see what the audience is like. And, we'll go from there. We'll hopefully have a good time on here. Just talk a little UT ball. Just a little bit of all of it tonight. We'll, with all the good things going on in Knoxville right now, there is most certainly a lot of it. But my name's Frank Rock. This is the House of Orange Sports Channel. Hope to see you guys in an hour. If not, I hope you have a great rest of your Monday. And last but most certainly not least, go Vols.